hope your day has been fantastic. Coming to you late this afternoon because I want to show you around our van and show you some of our packing for our van. So I know some of you guys watching do some traveling with your Thermomix, or maybe you don't yet take it with you but you're wondering how it works. So I thought I would show you around today. What is happening in my Thermomix here though, you can hear it humming away. We're having potato chips and sweet potato chips for dinner. So I'm steaming them at the moment. They're more like wedges than chips in the top over some water. So I'm doing it manually. It's got 20 minutes I put it on. Varoma speed 2. There's half a litre of water because of course we're doing half an hour of steaming. So you remember the rules for steaming are if you're doing half an hour, half a litre, 1 hour, 1 litre, 1.5 hours, 1.5 litres. So it's really simple to remember. So that's what's going on back here is some chips, and then I'll put them in the oven to cook them off, to crisp off the outside. And they're actually going with some chicken drumettes, not drumettes, drumsticks, but using the sticky drumette recipe. So they're in the oven getting cooked now. So that's the plan for dinner tonight. So let me just take you on a bit of a tour around our van. Now obviously you can see I've got my amazing Mobins behind me. They come off the wall at home. Some of you guys would have seen the other side of my pantry wall and you'll see that they're normally on the wall. They come in the caravan because it means I can make amazing food from anywhere and it doesn't take up any space in cupboards. So they actually travel on the floor and I just lift them onto the shelf when we get here. Now I'm going to turn you around, so hang tight for a second and I'll do a bit of a tour. Now it isn't completely clean, it's real. There is the Thermomix and it is here on top of my oven. So we do have an oven in our van. We love it, we use it heaps, okay? Now there's those Mobins sitting behind there. We don't use the stovetop. I don't think the stovetop has ever been used because we use Thermomix for everything. Now my husband, coffee fan, I got the Thermomix, he got the coffee machine, so he's got a coffee machine here as well. Now let's get down to the important things. You guys are here about food, so let's talk about the pantry. Now we do a lot of our packing on the low sides in a caravan because it's important in a caravan that you keep your weights low. So our top cupboards up there actually have computer stuff in for our filming, which by the way, a lot of stuff happens at our dining table. So there's hubby's set up and there's mine, do a lot of work from there. But let's come back over here. The top drawer, you have to pack really light. So the top drawer is our cutlery in there and there's enough for everybody plus one spare. Bowls, plates, and other random stuff as well. I'm going to make crumpets again, so I bought them for crumpets. I figured I could afford that weight. Oh, and some sunscreen, need sunscreen, and another milk jug. I don't think hubby knows that's in there. Oh no, that's a cup, sorry. So now we come down to the pantry. So in the pantry, we've got these pull-out drawers. They were from Kmart, I think. Yeah, Kmart, and they're perfect. They're on rollers, and they are packed to the brim. Again, we have to make sure we're mindful of our weight. So let me just do a bit of a walk through what we've got in here. Actually, the most obvious thing to start off with is my bread mixers. So I've packed some breads ready to go as dry mixers. That's the buckwheat loaf. And I just have to add the eggs, the yeast, the oil, the water to them. That's the chia and pepita. And then you'll find the white gluten-free loaf in there as well. So they are my bread mixers ready to go. But up in here are my normal standard pantry ingredients. So as I pull things out, it is very full, guys. We've just left home. So we've bought a lot of things with us. Okay, arborio rice. Can't, anything risotto anyway is a really great dinner. But you'll find in there all our containers. Now, most of our stuff is packed into these decor style containers. Some of the smaller containers like that. So that's our breakfast circle seed mix that we use in our mornings. You can see there's some dried goods in there. But then you've got the next size up, which has our nuts and stuff. Because we do a lot of gluten-free cooking, we bring a lot of that away with us. You can find some gluten-free flour, some oil. Up the back there, you've got your vinegars and things like that. These live in the caravan this end. And even these all live in the caravan. The things that don't, you'll find at the tins. You've got some peanut butter there. Rice cakes are, as you can see, rice cakes are favourites. Coconut cream doesn't live in, but all the other things, all these containers, all these decor containers actually live in here permanently. So when we go away, we don't have to repack them. So you'll find in there's a ton of those things in the back in there. I will give you guys a list of packing so you guys can go through and do that if you'd like. But yes, the things like the tin tomato and the coconut cream, they are things that we kind of add out of our pantry at home as well. So I mustn't forget the salt, pepper, gelatin for in case hubby decides to do desserts. So that's the pantry. That's actually all the pantry in there. Oh, what you'll see down the bottom here is we've got eggs, We order our eggs in bulk, and we've just brought the remaining away with us. There's actually a lot of eggs we've still got. And the Varoma, our Varoma, if you ever got a caravan, guys, your Varoma fits perfectly on your wheel arch under there. So put your Varoma down there. Mine's at use at the moment up there. One other space we pack food is actually over under the bed. So we're really fortunate to have this really big space under here. Now in here you'll see that's where the coffee machine normally lives. These are just some bits and pieces, but you can find hubby's macadamia milk for his coffees. Thermi bag, okay. Now more eggs, as I mentioned. And then this is our potatoes, sweet potatoes. You know those things that you normally don't put in the fridge, onions and stuff, they live in there. And then we've got our inverter. This is actually what gets us our power off grid. So when we're free camping, this will run the Thermomix for a couple of nights before we have to recharge if the solar's not doing a good enough job. And that's the heater. The heater got a really good run last night. It was freezing last night, the gas heater did. But that's it, guys. That is how we pack our caravan. And as I said, I will give you a downloadable list so that you guys can, you know, if you're packing to go away, you can have a look at it and go, what would we take? What would we make? But this is pretty much, this will serve us well for a good couple of weeks, especially with the stuff in the fridge and freezer, which I will take you through a little bit of a tour of tomorrow. And I've got a list for that as well, so that you guys can do that. And then I've got a freezer in the car as well. So I will show you over the next couple of days how we pack and how that all looks, and some storage tips as well. But I can highly recommend those decor containers. They keep things really fresh. For a long time, I've had no problem with them whatsoever, and I leave my ingredients in them between trips. So that's a win, right? When things don't go bad, when you've left them actually in a caravan for a couple of months between. So thanks Denise and Christine for coming on and saying hi. Let me just give you a little sneak peek of these chippies before I finish up. I've got them in there. Oops, dribbling stuff places. How good is it taking the Thermomix everywhere with you? It means great food from anywhere. Please reach out if I can help you in any way with your Thermomixing. Do let your friends and family know who might be traveling in a caravan or a motorhome around Australia or elsewhere at the moment. Let them come past and say hi. Let them learn some hints and tips for taking their Thermomix on the road, and I look forward to taking you guys with us soon. And if you haven't yet gone over to tmxadventures.com.au, jump over there and subscribe to the blog, because I'm going to start putting stuff up. Well, actually, I've already started. You'll find out where it all began yesterday on there, and there's another one going up tonight all about this packing stuff. So jump over tmxingadventures.com.au, and there's a blog there you can subscribe to. But otherwise, guys, take care tonight, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for some more stuff from my caravan. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.